With 2021 marking 20 years since the terrorist attacks of 9/11, several Catholic parishes in western Massachusetts held memorial masses last weekend to mark this tragic day. David Martin takes us now to St. Mary's in Longmeadow, St. Rose de Lima in Chicopee, and St. Michael's Cathedral in Springfield as public safety and military personnel were honored.
The Saturday 5:30 p.m. Mass on September 11th at St. Mary Parish in Longmeadow was offered in memory of the 20th anniversary of 9/11. Father C.J. Waitakis, pastor of St. Mary, asked everyone to reflect on the events and victims of 9/11 through prayer and song.
It was a beautiful liturgy, and I just felt in my heart that we should do this every year within the context of the Mass, to honor their memory, to honor their courage, to never ever forget that day.
Let me know in my heart when my days are through.
Along with first responders and military members, Father Waitakis welcomed representatives from the Hampden County Sheriff's Department Honor Guard. He also welcomed doctors, nurses, and others from the healthcare field. They were all called to the altar as heroes. The 9/11 Memorial Mass at St. Rose de Lima Parish in Chicopee took place later at 7 o'clock p.m. The Mass is sponsored annually by the Hampden Central Deanery of the Springfield Diocese. Men and women in uniform participated during the liturgy.
We are called to be of loving, caring service to each other in this part of our faith experience. So to do it as a deanery with the parishes of Ludlow and Chicopee participating, it brings us all together as one community to remember with one voice this occasion that we pray will never be forgotten.
Father William Torrigny, the pastor of St. Rose de Lima, read the names of 21 victims of 9/11 that lived in western Massachusetts. Melissa Harrington Hughes left a message for her husband on her phone when she was trapped in the North Tower on the World Trade Center.
To be honored to my knowledge, she has 4 children named after her around the world, because a lot of people saw that message. A lot of people fell in love with her because of that. She didn't think of herself, she thought of her husband.
The annual Blue Mass at St. Michael's Cathedral praises those who put their life on the line to protect the public. It is the perfect setting for paying tribute to 9/11 heroes 20 years later, offering gratitude and prayer. The Mass broadcast live on the weekly Chalice of Salvation program on WWLP 22 News was held on September 12th at 10 a.m. Attending were Springfield Mayor Dominic Sarno and Sheriff Nick Cochi. The liturgy was celebrated by Monsignor Christopher Connolly, rector of St. Michael's Cathedral, who was filling in for an ailing Springfield Bishop William Byrne. In his homily, Monsignor Connolly said the tragic events of 9/11 brought those affected closer through faith.
Recall as people prayed together in churches and cathedrals and holy places all over the country, we were consoled together that we were a nation under God, that God's eternal providence in the goodness that He intended from the very creation of all things will always sustain us. Then and now,
men and women first responders had a strong presence during the Blue Mass. Doris Beauregard Shracrella, who lost her husband, police officer Alan Beauregard, during an on-duty shooting in 1985, was a gift bearer during the offertory. Beauregard Shracrella, who is a parishioner at St. Cecilia Parish in Wilbraham, said it is essential to teach children about 9/11, but also the good it brought out in people afterwards. She believes it is important to continue offering that same kindness to others.
Today, someone said to me, "Thank you for my husband's sacrifice." And she prays for me. And that, to me, my heart feels, it's full. And so we have to do that for others. And giving goodness and prayers is one thing we can do.
At the end of Mass, Monsignor Connolly asked the first responders to stand for a blessing. He asked God to watch over them as they are called to aid neighbors and that they continue to being faithful servants of Christ. The congregation gave an enthusiastic standing ovation.
You have people here today that would do what they did 20 years ago, and they absolutely would sacrifice our lives for strangers and see how many lives we could save. And that's such a great gift that we understand it. We know how dangerous our job is, but for a weekend like this to have so many other people recognize it, it's important to us.
St. Michael medals were offered to all after the Mass. St. Michael is the patron saint of police and law enforcement. For Real to Real, I'm David Martin.
Thanks, Dave. It's good that we keep alive the memory of those who died that day.